1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost a weekend and you don't know what to do. Or you just need something fun to listen to.
Southside Pod!
Yes, we're on the air.
Pod.
And the gang's all here, all things on the South Side. We're listening to the Southside Pod. Looking for the best Southside breweries. Or you might just need an awesome place to eat.
Southside Pod!
Mount Greenwood, Evergreen,
Southside Pod.
Blue Island, Beverly, Payless, and Allsup too. You're tuned into the Southside Pod.
Southside Pod!
Oakland, Midlothian,
Southside Pod.
Oak Forest, Chicago Ridge, Flossmoor, and Bridgeview. You're listening to Southside Pod.
So I took a trip to Pittsburgh a couple of weeks ago. And while I was gone, before I left, Erica goes, is there anything that we could do this weekend to make your life easier?
Oh.
This is a trick question.
Zip.
And I was
I mean,
Today's secret word is...
you missed an opportunity if you didn't ask for it.
okay, so...
You probably said something stupid like do the dishes.
Right. Why'd you sweep the floor?
Yeah, right. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Anyway, let's hear about your dumb story about you not getting laid.
And I said, no.
No, of course you did.
I said, no. And
Maybe we can talk about our feelings.
Right. Maybe we could cuddle a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
What can I do for you, sweetheart?
Right. Yeah. The point is that eventually she goes, you've been talking about restaining the back fence in the backyard. And I said, well, yeah, but you're not going to do that this weekend. And she goes, why not? And I go, you've never painted or stained anything in 20 years of me knowing you. I don't think you could figure out how to open up the paint can.
Wow.
Like I was like,
That's super
I was a
misogynistic
few
of
drinks
you.
in at this point,
Yeah,
but I
of
had
course
this.
you were.
But my
It was
plan
noon.
was
So nice.
It was noon. Of
Right.
course you were.
But my plan was
I mean, he gets
to
up at 11:30.
be so aloof about there's absolutely no way she would do it, so that she would actually try it to prove me wrong. Yeah, like you're gonna go out and get a brush and a can and put something on something
A
else.
woman painting?
Right.
What do you want to vote next?
Right, exactly. So I figure if I do this, like I had this brilliant idea in my brain. I'm like, I will just mock the idea that she would do this so that she'll go and do it.
I like it.
So then I leave on my trip and I'm sitting at this bar with this buddy of mine in Pittsburgh on the first night and I'm telling him this story. And he goes, do you think she's going to do it? I'm like, she's never done this in her entire life. But who knows? Maybe I got under her skin. So I get back from the trip and I look out the back window.
Fence.
I look out the back window and the fence is stained. And I go, the fence is stained? She goes, yeah, me and your son went out there and we stained the fence. And I go, that's awesome. And I'm looking directly out the back window
said sorry
at the fence. And she goes, but we didn't finish it. And as I take a step forward, I realize that it's only 3 of the 15 panels out there
Just the 3 that you saw
that
from
I
the
could
window.
see from the window.
Nice.
That were
That was
smart.
super strategic, by the way.
And then there's just a bunch of cans sitting there now
now you have to
on
do
the
it.
stairs.
Before you didn't have to even start the project, but now that it started,
Now
you
I
have to do
totally
it.
a
played
half-finished
you.
project.
She played you.
Yeah.
And I go, what about the rest of the fence?
She
And
outsmarted you.
She goes, somebody will get to it eventually.
Yep. You know what somebody means.
Somebody.
Right. And then she went out of town. So the fence is never getting stained.
So I took the
There's no
fence
way-
down.
Yeah. So I burned that fence to the
Great
ground.
view now.
When she comes back, she's going to be like, where's the fence? I'll be like,
Not painted. That's for sure. By the way, we're out of whiskey.
A pitcher of beer, a pitcher of beer. Let's order another pitcher of beer. That pitcher of beer should come over here. I love that pitcher of beer.
Tobias and Ray are sitting here with me, and we are at Rabid Brewing in Homewood. And guys, first of all, I don't know what I want to jump into first. The ambiance of Rabid, the beer that I'm drinking here, which is some good, hearty, strong stuff. The fact that you put a pizza out that has jalapenos on it, that my nose has got a little bit of a tingle, and I'm 3 feet back from it. What do you want to get into, Tobias?
I'll take any of that, but maybe we should just start with the beer.
The beer is the good stuff here. The beer is great. Tell me a little bit about this one that I'm having, Mephisto. It's a hazy IPA, right?
We did this one with Galaxy hops and Citra and Mosaic. The Citra Mosaic seems to be like a really good combination for your base of hops when you're doing hazies. And so we like to kind of take that and then add in other ones that we can extract newer flavors from.
The hazies, take me just through this a little bit. Do you do them because they became like the thing? Do you do them because they're a little easier to make? Do you do them because you love them? Like every brewer I talk to has a different take on why they do the hazies.
We definitely do them because we love them. It is really my favorite beer to drink, without a doubt. I go to it every single time. I can have a huge menu in front of me and look at things and think, ooh, this all looks great, and then I end up getting a hazy anyway, and so I will always go back to it. It's one of my favorite beers for sure. There's something about it that is kind of like it's what Rabid was always trying to do in the beginning, which is really give you a heavy dose of the good stuff, which in this case is the hop profile, the aroma, this massive aroma that comes out and it stays with the beer, massive hop aroma, not a whole lot of bitterness. We never really liked having our beers be really bitter, and we like telling people who say that, oh no, I don't like hops. No, you just don't like bitterness. Try this. And then next thing you know, they're fans too.
This is a really cool bar for anybody who's never been in here before. You walk in and most of the walls are like chalk. There's some incredible designs and drawings. Things change constantly up here. You keep your menu different all the time. But I noticed, Ray, when I came in here, that what used to be up was all the different beers and everything that was on tap, and you seem to be redesigning things behind the bar. Take me through what's changing here at Rabid.
Well, I think we have a little bit of maybe keg PTSD yet, and we haven't started putting beer on tap on the regular. And so right now it looks a little blank because everything is in cans. I like cans, though, because cans are like individual kegs. They're nice and fresh all the time.
It's like a Heineken commercial. They're just little kegs.
They are. No, they're little kegs, and the thing is, I can sell that little keg anywhere. No matter what happens, the beer will flow.
Yeah, that's actually the interesting thing about kegs and cans. We get a lot of people coming in here and say, oh, well, what do you have on draft, though? What do you have on draft, though? Because that's what I want. As though if we were to give something to them on draft was going to be fresher than what we give them in cans. That's just not true. In fact, what ends up happening right now is we will keg off some of the same stuff the day of that we are canning. We will keg off one keg and we'll put it on tap. We'll go through it. Everything ends up tasting exactly the same. So this idea that, you're getting something fresher because it's on draft is simply not true.
We get a lot of places that'll tell us, any business, restaurants, bars, breweries, that have told us up to this point that during the pandemic, during the height of everything that's going on, during the last 14 months, that they had to adjust and they learned things that made them kind of change how they do things. And they're going to keep some of that stuff around because they learned it was a better way to do things. Is the canning thing a result of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the canning thing was a direct result of COVID, and what happened. We had to change our model because we didn't have people coming in to drink beers off the taps anymore.
One of the things that I found was that it was actually easier to get more lanes of product into a place. So where I could get one keg into a bar before, they were more likely to take 3 or 4 different lanes at one time and showcase that.
So it was better exposure and a better chance for you to be able to deliver the product to other places.
Yeah, and we could, and as she was saying, when she says different lanes, I mean, that means rather than one place saying, okay, I've only got room to take one of your beers, now they can take 3 or 4 because they're just taking cases. And so we can provide a greater variety. They can provide a greater variety. It was a pretty good deal.
The food menu, what do you guys offer? Bar pizzas I can see right here. This is the solid one. Tell me what this is, Ray, because I didn't even realize we were getting a pizza. This came down. I'm going to dive into it here in a second, but break this down for me.
So we carry these awesome 12-inch tavern-style pizzas. What we have in front of us is a sausage and jalapeno. It's our number 1 seller. I didn't even know that would be the case, actually. I thought people would be afraid of it, but it's amazing. And you're here on Thursday, which is half-price pizza day. We've been rocking and rolling with that. We have just a few varieties. We've got cheese, we've got pepperoni, we've got our sausage and jalapeno, we've got a pizza that has all of the meats. And if you like a little bit of shame on your pizza, I have Hawaiian too.
A little bit of shame.
We call it the Heretic Hawaiian.
All right, so for somebody who's never been here before, how would you describe your place? Because I describe it as I walk in, and I mean, first of all, I got a real Dungeons and Dragons feel when I come walking in here. I feel like my mother, who makes rosaries for the church, would feel uncomfortable by some of the symbolism inside of this place. But on the other hand, it's solid beer. It looks like a cozy bar. It looks like you bring in live music a lot. Give everybody kind of a synopsis of what it's like to get into Rabid.
Yeah, that's a great question. Like trying to describe that for somebody who hasn't done it before, I'd have to say, hey, listen, you're going to be walking into a place that is just jam-packed with mythology. There's going to be all kinds of just weird stuff that you don't normally see in other places. We've found amazing artists, and we embrace artists, and you're welcome to take part in the art here. That alone separates your experience from what you're going to get in a lot of other places.
Now, you like the Mephisto. You said you're a big fan of it. I mean, it's your place, and that's a recommendation. Is there another one? Give me one more that somebody coming into Rabid should definitely try.
Okay, well, I always say Firo. Firo is the one I'm drinking right here. That is one of my favorites. We use some New Zealand hops in it. Great hazy beer. That's my personal favorite. But, it's hard to, it's like, which is your favorite kid?
You have to pick. Yeah. Instead of Sophie's choice, it's Tobias's choice.
Yeah, it depends on what's going on at the time. Right now I'm a big fan of Mistis because it's summertime and it's a blueberry lemonade sour. So, yeah, I'd go with that.
And Ray, before we get out of here, what's your favorite drink inside of Rabid right now?
Well, right now, I'm kind of a big fan of our hard seltzer slushies.
Wait, you're making slushies here?
You're damn straight I'm making slushies here.
I'm sorry, jeez.
We take the Faith Propaganda hard seltzer. We add just enough sugar to it, enough simple syrup to make it slush up in the machine, and then it is amazing. And it's really, really extra amazing with a little bit of swirl of cherry.
How did you come up with the idea to start making slushies in your brewery?
We started doing that last summer, actually. We started piloting it. I was literally just taking those 4-ounce souffle cups and freezing them and then throwing them in a Ninja just to see if that was a thing, like if people would enjoy that. And it took off. Like, we were making some really fun stuff. And so we decided to go, all in and get a machine this year. And we have not been sorry. It's been a lot of fun with that.
All right, a couple of different options for you if you get out here to Rabid. Really cool spot, 17759 Brett's Drive in Homewood. Check them out online. I'm imagining you have a website people can look up as well.
Yeah, rabidbrewing.com.
Rabidbrewing.com. And is it every day? Do you take a day off around here? I can't imagine you do.
We don't, but we need to close the doors for 2 days a week, and we do that on Mondays and Tuesdays. So we're Wednesday through Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday, check out Rabid Brewing, another great brewery on the Dixie Highway Brewery Trail as well, but a great standalone. Look, you can do it because you're trying to get through the Dixie Highway Brewery Trail, but I would say if you're looking for some good beers, there's some interesting and really good takes on a lot of different styles here, and this is a place you have to visit to really get the feel for Rabid Brewing and their beers. Check them out. Tobias and Ray, thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks.
I have a confession to make. It's true, and I'm guessing you have done the same thing. Put more time into thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for your retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree with you, and I want to help you out. I've got a local, experienced, down-to-earth guy who's a friend of this show. He's got a get-to-know-you approach and do the right thing values, and he's been around for over 20 years right here on the South Side. His name is Tom Walsh. He's located on the corner of 111th and Kedzie, and he's waiting for your call. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call someone who's invested in your success. Reach out to Tom now, 773-779-0023, or pop in at the office right on 111th and Kedzie. Tell him we sent you. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC. It is now time for your Southside Pod Word on the Street, brought to you by Family Waterproofing Solutions. You got water in the basement, some seepage, the walls don't look right, you're trying to figure out how to get the water to leave your property instead of pouring into your home. Reach out to them today, 708-330-4466, their 24-hour-a-day number, or visit them at familydry.com. When State Representative Kelly Burke became mayor of Evergreen Park, she had to give up one of her jobs, and it was as a board member on the Evergreen Park Village Board. 20 different people applied for the position, and the mayor has appointed longtime Evergreen Park resident Jeannie Olson. She will serve on the board for a little under 2 years. That's when the next election occurs, where she will then be up for re-election. Olson will be sworn in at the July 19th Village Board meeting. Moraine Valley is putting on a Shakespeare Under the Stars July 22nd through the 24th. It is a free show for you to go out and check out. Each night the show starts at 7:30 and features The Bombady of Errors. It's an ad-raptation hip-hop retelling of William Shakespeare's The Comedy of Errors. 90-minute show with some rap that's free, outdoor, under the stars, Moraine Valley's campus, 9000 West College Parkway. For more information, call 708-974-5500 or email them boxoffice@morainevalley.edu. The Village of Oak Forest is looking for volunteers to join their animal control. If you have some time to spend with animals and give an hour or so a week, they're asking for you to volunteer and help out. They're also looking for pet fosters, those that can take the animals to and from the veterinarian, and pretty much any help that you can provide in caring for these pets when they are rounded up by animal control. Give them a call, 708-705-5690 for more information. And the Orland Township Highway Department is introducing a brand new program. They will be collecting used and unworn clothing. So if you have clothes you just don't like and you've never actually worn before or didn't wear very much, this clothing recycling program tries to help out people with developmental disabilities. So you can give your clothes to a very good cause.
Who's the crazy cat lady living behind you?
What do you mean?
Well, I pulled out my car and there were at least 5 cats just wandering on the sidewalk behind your house.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was.
You got
there
a crazy cat lady back there?
No, I had no idea there was a crazy cat lady. Wow. That makes me unsettled.
Yeah.
Because if there's like a crazy lady who's living by herself with that many cats, one day they're gonna eat her.
Yeah, probably.
And that's unsettling for me to know that that's how it's going to all go down.
You're gonna find her.
Like if you have a bunch of cats and you live by yourself,
they get hungry eventually.
They're looking at you going, at some point,
you're going to notice
if
the
you don't
flies
feed me,
before that happens.
You're gonna feed me.
Most of the time, you'd hope.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would think the cats are going to come in there at some point and just start eating them, right?
Well, yeah.
So just be aware of that, okay? Just be aware that there might be a crazy cat lady.
I didn't know there was a crazy cat lady.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that information.
I think
This shows how
lying.
little
It's him.
Mike found all my cats.
I was just about to make a statement that I thought I would never make. As a male, right? I know that's maybe not the right thing to say in 2021, but I almost said the words, "Oh no, I'm out of Truly." Because I'm drinking hard seltzer.
You know what? I tried one the other day that's basically vodka and soda with like a little bit of a splash of something. That wasn't that bad. I can't remember what it was called.
Which one are you on now? You had the
black
pomegranate
cherry one.
one.
I think it's my favorite one so far.
It smells really good. I can smell it from here.
I've been having it
smells like a cherry jelly rancher.
A victim of getting older, but I've been having a problem with beer lately. Like It's just been wreaking havoc on me.
The 14th one finally.
decided
reached
light
Valley.
beer.
It's probably
It
it's probably
gives
not
you a tummy
beer
ache.
as it is the
Right.
volume. That I'm
Right,
drinking
exactly. The fact that you sit down and drink a 30-pack on a Tuesday may
11
be the
a.m.
reason for this problem, but I don't know. I decided light beer kills me, like stuff with high, like a lot of carbonation. That stuff for some reason is giving me headaches the next day. I can drink craft beers and be fine.
This is like more than the Coors Light that I'm drinking.
Yeah, that's some heavy stuff right there. That Truly.
Yeah. Go easy on those, eh? Yeah.
What happened to him? Drank too many Trulies, fell asleep in the
It's
backyard.
like, I look at the back
on
of the
monkey
can
bars.
with the nutritional facts, and it's like 0 the whole way down. Like I don't understand how it's anything.
There's nothing in this,
There's
but it will
nothing
get you
in it.
drunk. That just seems like witchcraft to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's magic.
It doesn't seem right
It's
in any way.
magic.
Right. People are afraid of getting like a shot for COVID, but they'll drink that stuff.
Yeah, but putting Truly in your body is okay.
It has alcohol and it has a flavor to it, but there's nothing in it.
Who owns Truly? Probably the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
This hit that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got tux on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and a fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot.
Hot damn.
Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot.
Hot damn.
I'm bad about that money. Break it down, hallelujah. Break it down, hallelujah. Break it down, hallelujah. Break it down, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. 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 Well, Saturday night we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch.
Woo!
Don't believe it, just watch.
Boom. Boom,
Don't believe it, just watch.
Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of school. Then a couple of guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight, my mom got scared. She said, over there, Auntie and Uncle to Bel Air. Was for a cab, but when it came near, the license plate was fresher than a dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was real, but I thought for a minute, yo, home to Bel Air. I'm too hot.
Hot damn.
Got a police and a fireman. I'm too hot.
Hot damn.
Gonna drag, gonna retire, man. Too hot.
Hot damn.
No things, no fire, man. Too hot.
Hot damn.
And girls say hallelujah. Uptown funk you up. 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 No treble.
Building relationships, supporting the community, and service. These are the things that Country Financial stands for. They're neighbors who lend a helping hand and support the fabric of your community, including charitable organizations, sports, financial education, and civic organizations. And since Country is already your neighbor, they want to get together and chat. Call your local Country Financial representative, Mike Thauer, today at 708-425-1559 to talk about the things that are important to you and how he can help you protect them. It is now time for your South Side Sound Check. Live music is back at many venues. Check out these. The Blue Island Beer Company is on the same Dixie Highway Brewery Trail as Rabid Brewing, who we just heard from, and at the Blue Island Beer Company this weekend on Friday the 16th, 7 p.m. show, Dennis Lees with acoustic stylings, and then Josh Caterer Band with Dag Julin, Sunday, July the 18th. That is a power trio on a Sunday matinee show starting at 3 p.m. Caterer from the Smoking Popes, John Perrin from NRBQ, and John San Juan from the Hush Drops. Both shows in the tap room, both shows free. At 115 Bourbon Street on Friday night, the 16th, Caution, a Grateful Dead tribute band, takes the stage at 9. Sparks Fly, which is all about Taylor Taylor Swift taking another stage at 10 p.m. And Motley 2 is there on Saturday night the 17th. I'll give you one guess as to what kind of music Motley 2 plays. And don't forget acoustic Sunday afternoons free on the patio at Durbin's of Evergreen Park, 102nd and Kedzie. Check that out as well. So I was looking through the different shows that Southside Pod has done. And
what do you mean different shows? Like
Like
old
the episodes?
shows?
The
yeah,
episodes?
all the previous episodes.
What episode are we on now?
I don't know.
You can't count past like
Yeah, I don't know
6.
where we're at right
But
now.
we're
in the 20s.
We're well into our
20s. Yeah, we might be
Okay.
in our 20s. You know, we're trying to find ourselves.
We're almost
We've
legal.
had a couple of relationships,
Our
but
brains
nothing
are
really
fully
substantial
developed.
at this point.
Right.
And, you know, we've had our heart broken once or twice.
A lot of
but,
bad
you know,
haircuts.
There's a lot more still ahead. You know,
Yeah.
we feel invincible. That's where we're at right now. All right. But I was looking back on them. Which one? I mean, I'm sure you guys could think of the shows, but there was one of them through the roof. It was like the turning point of just the growth of the show, and we've been like going gangbusters ever since. But there was a show that we did, and I'll give you a hint. It featured a brewery, and people were so interested in the brewery that it just went absolutely berserk. And from that point forward, everything.
brewery.
Yeah, a brewery on the south side. Okay, within the area of the map that's in the logo.
I remember years ago we used to do a podcast,
Right.
And one of our best shows was talking about like German stuff.
Right?
Remember, it got really big in Germany.
Yeah, it got really big in Germany.
So, does this have to do with Germany? And
no, not at all. No,
Okay.
no. I'm just gonna say it
All
now
right.
because you're terrible at guessing. And
All right,
Mike is-
what was it?
Mike's trying to figure it out.
I'm drawing a blank.
What brewery was it, Chris?
It was one of Legion's, the one that's out in Chicago Ridge.
Yes.
And it was called The Hidden Brewery. I think
Okay.
is what the episode is.
Yeah.
Like Mike's
Yeah,
scrolling through
yeah,
there.
that's the one it was like all buried in the parking lot and you couldn't find it.
It went
Yeah.
crazy. And I can't understand why it went nuts, except for the fact that I think people were just like, "You found what?"
It's like the guy.
Well,
It's
no,
like the
people were
one
like,
guy.
"You found what?" Like people were like, "I never heard of that
That's
place."
the one that Acoustic Mike wasn't on.
Right? Yeah, we didn't put it on this show. So that's also a factor as well. Where Mike wasn't on that show.
Thank you for listening to see what's happening on the Southside Pod. On the Southside Pod. Join us again and be sure to tell a friend about the Southside Pod. About the Southside Pod. All things about the neighborhood we live in. All things about the places that we go. It's the best side of Chicago, the South Side Pod.
He's just hoping you'll start singing. He's like, I just hope that he gets inspired and he sings a song because I'm playing a chord and I just want him to sing. Like this is like what Mike does. Like he just sits there and he takes out the guitar and he goes, "Please, Bill, just come up with something, anything. Just sing with me." I think he sits at home when you're not here, when you're not around, and he just plays it, and then he just turns off the light and he sits in the dark holding his guitar and cries because you're not there. Like,
Furiously strumming.
This is all he wants. He just wants to play the same chord over and over again and wait for you to sing a song. It's all he wants.
One. They say it's the loneliest number.
He lit up like a Christmas tree there.
One. Some say that's the
He's
best.
got a smile a mile wide right now.
One
And a boner.
starts the rest of the numbers.
He might change chords.
But one, to me, is the number of chords I can play. My name is Acoustic Mike. One day I will learn some more. One day I will have a friend to teach me some more. One. It's the number of Rush albums in my car right now. Just kidding. There's 12. 12.
Were you
But
kidding?
12 starts with 1,